Golden eagle, the national animal and symbol of Kyrgyzstan. High in the rugged mountains of Central Asia, where snow-capped peaks pierce the clouds and vast alpine meadows stretch toward distant horizons, a magnificent bird of prey commands the skies. The golden eagle, known scientifically as Aquila crucidos, holds a place of profound cultural and national significance in Kyrgyzstan, serving not merely as the country's national animal, but as a living embodiment of the Kyrgyz people's history, values, and connection to their ancestral lands. The majestic hunter of the steppes. The golden eagle stands as one of the most formidable avian predators in the northern hemisphere. These magnificent raptors possess wingspans that can stretch beyond 7 feet, allowing them to soar effortlessly across vast territories while scanning the landscape below for potential prey. Adult golden eagles display predominantly dark brown plumage, with the distinctive golden bronze feathers adorning their heads and napes that give the species its evocative name. In the right light, these crown feathers shimmer with an almost metallic luster, creating a natural crown befitting their status as apex predators of the sky. The physical prowess of golden eagles borders on extraordinary. Their keen eyesight, estimated to be 4 to 8 times sharper than human vision, enables them to detect a rabbit moving through grass from distances exceeding 2 miles away. Their talons, capable of exerting crushing force measured at over 400 pounds per square inch, serve as devastating weapons that few prey animals can escape once seized. When diving toward prey, golden eagles can reach speeds approaching 200 miles per hour, transforming themselves into living missiles guided by instinct honed over millions of years of evolution. In Kyrgyzstan's diverse ecosystems, ranging from arid lowlands to alpine zones reaching elevations of 15,000 feet, golden eagles have adapted remarkably well. They inhabit the Tien Shan and Pamir mountain ranges, where rocky cliff faces provide ideal nesting sites, and the open terrain allows for efficient hunting. Their diet in these regions consists primarily of marmots, hares, ground squirrels, and various bird species, though they have been known to take prey as large as young foxes or domesticated lambs when opportunity presents itself. An ancient partnership, eagles and eagle hunters. The relationship between the Kyrgyz people and golden eagles extends back through countless generations, forming one of the most remarkable examples of human-animal cooperation found anywhere on Earth. The ancient practice of eagle hunting, or berkuchi, represents a living tradition that has survived the passage of empires, the transformation of societies, and the relentless march of modernity. In this practice, skilled hunters train wild-caught golden eagles to hunt alongside them, creating partnerships that blur the boundaries between domestication and wild collaboration. The process of training a golden eagle demands extraordinary patience, skill, and understanding. Traditionally, young eagles are captured from their nests, though in some cases, experienced adult birds may be trapped and trained. The trainer must establish a bond of trust with a powerful predator, a process that can take months or even years. The eagle must learn to respond to hunters' calls, to return after pursuing prey, and to distinguish between acceptable targets and protected animals or livestock. Eagle hunters, known as berkichi in Kazakh or berkuchi in Kyrgyz, often inherit their skills and knowledge through family lineages stretching back generations. The relationship between hunter and eagle transcends simple utility. These hunters speak of their eagles with genuine affection, describing individual personalities, preferences, and quirks. An eagle might serve a hunter for a decade or more before being released back into the wild to breed, ensuring the continuation of both the species and the tradition. The hunting process itself unfolds as a carefully choreographed collaboration between human, eagle, and often a mounted horse. Hunters typically conduct their expeditions during winter months, when prey animals' tracks become visible in snow, and the eagle's thick plumage protects them from harsh weather. Positioned on rocky outcrops or horseback, the hunter scans the terrain until spotting suitable prey. At the appropriate moment, the hood is removed from the eagle's head, and the magnificent bird launches into flight, often bringing down prey several times its own weight through sheer momentum and perfectly timed strikes. Cultural symbolism and national identity. The selection of the golden eagle as Kyrgyzstan's national animal reflects deep cultural resonances that extend far beyond mere admiration for an impressive predator. For the Kyrgyz people, the eagle embodies fundamental values that define their national character: freedom, courage, independence, and an unbreakable connection to the mountainous homeland that has shaped their history. The eagle's prominence in Kyrgyz culture manifests in countless ways. Traditional Kyrgyz poetry and epic narratives frequently invoke eagle imagery, comparing brave warriors to eagles and describing heroic deeds in language borrowed from the raptor's hunting prowess. The famous Kyrgyz epic Manas, one of the world's longest epic poems, contains numerous references to eagles as symbols of strength and nobility. In traditional Kyrgyz art, eagle motifs appear in felt textiles, carved wood, and metalwork, serving as protective symbols and representations of power. The Kyrgyz national flag itself carries this symbolism forward into modern state identity. While the flag's central emblem represents a traditional yurt's crown, the eagle's spirit permeates the symbolism of freedom and independence that the flag represents. The country's coat of arms features more direct eagle imagery, incorporating the powerful bird as a guardian of the nation's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Beyond official symbolism, the eagle occupies a special place in Kyrgyz spiritual and philosophical traditions. In Tengriism, the ancient Central Asian belief system that still influences modern Kyrgyz spirituality, eagles served as messengers between the earthly realm and the eternal blue sky, Tengri. Shamanic traditions attributed supernatural powers to eagles, viewing them as beings capable of traversing different planes of existence. This spiritual dimension adds layers of meaning to the eagle's role in Kyrgyz culture, transforming it from merely a national animal into a sacred connection between past and present, earth and sky, human and divine. Festivals and celebrations, keeping tradition alive. Contemporary Kyrgyzstan maintains its eagle hunting traditions through various festivals and cultural events that attract both local participants and international visitors. The World Nomad Games, inaugurated in 2014 and held every 2 years in Kyrgyzstan, includes eagle hunting demonstrations and competitions that showcase the extraordinary skills of both hunters and their avian partners. These games serve multiple purposes: preserving traditional knowledge, educating younger generations, and sharing Kyrgyz cultural heritage with the wider world. Regional festivals dedicated specifically to eagle hunting occur throughout Kyrgyzstan and neighboring countries with shared traditions. The Salbran Festival celebrates various forms of traditional hunting, with eagle hunting occupying a place of honor. Competitors demonstrate their eagles' training through various challenges, including how quickly the eagle responds to calls, its accuracy in striking targets, and its behavior when handling prey. Judges evaluate not only the eagle's performance, but also the hunter's knowledge, equipment quality, and adherence to traditional methods. These festivals create spaces where elder hunters can pass knowledge to younger apprentices, ensuring the survival of techniques that might otherwise disappear in an increasingly urbanized world. Young Kyrgyz people who might never have encountered eagle hunting in their daily lives can witness these magnificent birds in action, connected with ancestral traditions that define significant aspects of their cultural identity. The festivals also generate economic benefits for rural communities, providing income through tourism while validating traditional skills that might otherwise seem irrelevant in modern economies. Conservation challenges and efforts. Despite their cultural significance and protected status, golden eagles in Kyrgyzstan face numerous conservation challenges that threaten their long-term survival. Habitat loss, though less severe than in more densely populated regions, occurs as agricultural expansion and infrastructure development encroach on traditional eagle territories. Climate change affects the availability of prey species and potentially alters the mountain ecosystems that eagles depend upon. Perhaps more insidiously, illegal wildlife trade poses significant threats. Golden eagles command high prices in black markets, both for falconry purposes and, tragically, for traditional medicine practices in certain regions. Though Kyrgyzstan has enacted strong legal protections for golden eagles, enforcement remains challenging in remote mountain areas where monitoring is difficult and economic pressures may tempt impoverished communities toward illegal activities. Poisoning, whether intentional or accidental, represents another serious danger. Some herders, frustrated by eagle predation on young livestock, may use poison bait to eliminate problem birds. Pesticides and rodenticides used in agriculture can accumulate in prey species, eventually poisoning eagles that consume contaminated animals. lead poisoning from ammunition fragments in carcasses, or wounded animals that eagles scavenge poses yet another threat, causing neurological damage and often death. Conservation organizations working in Kyrgyzstan have developed multifaceted approaches to protecting golden eagle populations. These efforts include habitat preservation, establishing protected areas where eagles can nest and hunt without human interference, and conducting population surveys to monitor eagle numbers and distribution patterns. Educational programs target both rural communities and urban populations, explaining eagles' ecological importance and their role in controlling rodent populations that would otherwise damage crops. Interestingly, the traditional eagle hunting practice, when conducted sustainably, may actually benefit conservation efforts. Experienced hunters possess intimate knowledge of eagle populations, nesting sites, and behavior patterns. Their cultural investment in eagle survival creates natural advocates for conservation. Modern conservation programs increasingly partner with hunter communities, recognizing that their traditional ecological knowledge and cultural practices can complement scientific conservation strategies. The golden eagle in the modern Kyrgyz economy. Beyond cultural and ecological significance, golden eagles contribute to Kyrgyzstan's economy through tourism. The dramatic spectacle of eagle hunting attracts visitors from around the world, generating revenue for guides, accommodation providers, and local communities. Responsible tourism operations offer visitors opportunities to witness eagle hunting demonstrations, visit training centers, and learn about traditional practices from experienced hunters. Documentary filmmakers and photographers regularly travel to Kyrgyzstan specifically to capture images of golden eagles and their human partners. These visual narratives, shared globally through films, television programs, and publications, raise Kyrgyzstan's international profile while generating income for participating communities. The country's tourism ministry actively promotes eagle hunting as a unique cultural attraction, distinguishing Kyrgyzstan from competing destinations in the increasingly crowded Central Asian tourism market. However, commercialization brings its own challenges. Tourism pressure must be carefully managed to avoid disrupting wild eagle populations or degrading the authenticity of traditional practices. Some observers worry that turning eagle hunting into entertainment may transform a sacred cultural practice into mere spectacle, stripping away spiritual and cultural meanings in favor of commercial appeal. Balancing economic benefits with cultural preservation and wildlife conservation requires ongoing dialogue between government officials, conservation organizations, tourism operators, and traditional hunter communities. Training the next generation. The transmission of eagle hunting knowledge from one generation to the next represents a critical challenge for preserving this unique cultural heritage. In previous centuries, nearly every Kyrgyz family had some connection to eagle hunting, whether through direct practice or extended family relationships. Today, urbanization, modern education requirements, and changing economic structures mean fewer young people have opportunities to learn traditional skills. Nevertheless, dedicated efforts to preserve eagle hunting traditions continue. Some communities have established informal apprenticeship programs where elder hunters mentor young people interested in learning traditional methods. These apprenticeships typically span several years, beginning with basic skills like maintaining equipment, caring for eagles, and understanding their behavior, gradually progressing to capture, training, and eventually independent hunting with one's own bird. Modern technology plays an increasingly important role in preserving and transmitting traditional knowledge. Video recordings document training techniques, hunting expeditions, and elder hunters' oral histories. Social media platforms allow geographically dispersed communities of eagle hunting enthusiasts to share experiences, advice, and encouragement. While some purists worry that technology threatens authentic tradition, others argue that adaptation has always characterized successful cultural practices, and that using modern tools to preserve ancient knowledge represents pragmatic evolution rather than betrayal. Educational institutions in Kyrgyzstan have begun incorporating traditional practices, including eagle hunting, into cultural curricula. Students learn about the historical, ecological, and cultural dimensions of eagle hunting, even if they never personally train an eagle. This educational approach ensures that all Kyrgyz citizens, regardless of their rural or urban backgrounds, understand this important aspect of their national heritage. The golden eagle's ecological role. Beyond cultural significance, golden eagles play crucial ecological roles in Kyrgyzstan's mountain ecosystems. As apex predators, they help regulate populations of small and medium-sized mammals, preventing overgrazing and maintaining vegetation balance. Their predation on rodents benefits agricultural communities by reducing crop damage, though this ecological service often goes unrecognized and unappreciated. Golden eagles also serve as indicator species, meaning their population health reflects broader ecosystem conditions. Declining eagle numbers may signal problems with prey availability, habitat quality, or environmental contamination that affect many other species. Conservation biologists monitor eagle populations partly because protecting eagles requires preserving entire ecosystems, benefiting countless other organisms sharing those habitats. The eagle's hunting efficiency influences prey species behavior and distribution patterns. Small mammals in eagle territories develop heightened vigilance and may alter their activity patterns to reduce exposure to aerial predation. This predator-prey dynamic shapes the evolutionary trajectories of both predator and prey species, contributing to the biodiversity and ecological complexity that characterize healthy mountain ecosystems. Scavenging behavior, though less celebrated than active hunting, represents another important ecological contribution. Golden eagles will readily feed on carrion when available, helping process dead animals and recycling nutrients back through food webs. In harsh winter conditions, when hunting becomes more difficult, scavenging may provide critical sustenance that allows eagles to survive periods of prey scarcity. International recognition and cross-border connections. The eagle hunting tradition extends beyond Kyrgyzstan's borders, shared by communities throughout Central Asia, particularly in Kazakhstan, Mongolia, and parts of Western China. This geographic distribution creates opportunities for international cultural exchange and cooperation. Festivals and competitions increasingly feature hunters from multiple countries, celebrating their shared heritage, while acknowledging regional variations in technique and tradition. International recognition of eagle hunting as intangible cultural heritage has strengthened preservation efforts. UNESCO has acknowledged the cultural significance of falconry traditions, including eagle hunting, providing institutional support for conservation and transmission of traditional knowledge. This recognition validates the importance of practices that might otherwise be dismissed as quaint anachronisms in an increasingly globalized world. Cross-border conservation efforts benefit golden eagle populations that naturally range across national boundaries. Eagles recognize no political divisions, and protecting migratory routes and breeding territories requires international cooperation. Kyrgyzstan participates in regional conservation agreements that coordinate protection measures, share research data, and combat illegal wildlife trade affecting shared eagle populations. Looking toward the future, the golden eagle's future in Kyrgyzstan depends on successfully navigating complex challenges while preserving both wild populations and cultural traditions. Conservation success requires sustained commitment from government agencies, adequate funding for enforcement and monitoring, and continued engagement from local communities who ultimately determine whether eagles and their habitats receive practical protection. Climate change presents perhaps the most daunting long-term challenge. Rising temperatures may alter mountain ecosystems in ways that affect both eagles and their prey species. Conservation strategies must incorporate climate adaptation measures, potentially including habitat corridor creation to allow species movement as conditions change, and enhance protection for climate refugia where ecosystems may remain stable despite broader changes. The cultural dimension of eagle conservation may prove equally important as biological considerations. As long as the Kyrgyz people maintain their deep cultural connection to golden eagles, motivated constituencies will advocate for their protection. Educational efforts that connect young urban Kyrgyz to their eagle hunting heritage help ensure future generations will value and protect these magnificent birds. Sustainable tourism offers promising pathways for generating economic benefits that incentivize conservation. If local communities derive meaningful income from responsible eagle-related tourism, they gain direct economic stakes in maintaining healthy eagle populations and pristine habitats. Tourism revenue can fund conservation programs while demonstrating that living eagles and intact traditions provide greater long-term value than short-term exploitation. Conclusion: The golden eagle transcends its biological identity as a powerful raptor to become a living symbol of Kyrgyzstan's national character, cultural heritage, and connection to the magnificent mountain landscapes that define the country's geography. Through centuries of partnership between human hunters and wild eagles, the Kyrgyz people developed unique traditions that showcase remarkable interspecies cooperation while embodying fundamental values of freedom, courage, and harmony with nature. Today, the golden eagle faces an uncertain future as conservation challenges intersect with rapid cultural changes. Yet the bird's profound significance in Kyrgyz national identity provides reasons for optimism. No mere political symbol or arbitrary choice, the golden eagle represents authentic connections between the Kyrgyz people, their ancestral lands, and traditional ways of life that shape their civilization across countless generations. Preserving golden eagles and the hunting traditions associated with them requires more than regulatory protection or conservation programs. It demands sustained cultural commitment to valuing these magnificent birds not merely as wildlife to be managed or traditions to be preserved, but as living connections to identity, history, and the soaring spirit of freedom that defines the Kyrgyz nation. As long as golden eagles ride the mountain winds above Kyrgyzstan's peaks and skilled hunters maintain their ancient partnerships with these aerial predators, an irreplaceable cultural heritage survives, enriching not only Kyrgyzstan, but the entire world's cultural diversity and natural splendor.